Hello and happy Thursday. Welcome to episode 3 of Connected Corrections, No Perfect Parents. Guys, I know you're probably wondering, why am I saying happy Thursday and not happy Monday? Let me tell you. I went to the winery with a girlfriend and I have some clips from that later on in the show. But today I am going to talk about a topic that seems to have been really buzzing this week. So, in my private coaching, I had a mom who mentioned that she was not celebrated on Mother's Day and she was feeling very down about that. The advice I gave her was instead of feeling upset about it, she should use that as a moment to reconnect with her team. Now, it sounds crazy, but hear me out. One of the core things of that sets positive discipline apart from other gentle parenting or whatever the case is understanding mistaken beliefs. And I talk about this all the time, understanding the belief behind the behavior. When, long story short, hurt people hurt people. That's just the reality of it. So when your teen is acting out, I want you to first identify what is it that you are feeling in response to that behavior, because that is going to be the first step in being able to unlock the belief behind why they are doing what it is that they are doing. Again, unlock your feelings towards what they're doing, because how you feel about what they're doing is just going to cause you to react in a certain way. And by you reacting a certain way, it is either going to affirm that mistaken belief or it's going to dismantle it. So although you are hurt, I want you to go ahead and separate the behavior from the child and look at it as, what do I feel when this child is doing this? Because by unlocking that, again, it is going to help you understand what is it that they're really trying to tell me in this moment. Okay, because a misbehaving teen is a disconnected teen. All right, now also when you're unlocking your feelings, please make sure that you're staying away from anger and sadness, not because those are not valid emotions, but many times when we say we're angry, what we're actually is maybe disappointed or feeling inadequate. Same thing with being sad. Those are like blanket first layer emotions. Actually go deep and really get to the core of what it is that you're feeling. If you would like to learn more about mistaken beliefs, go ahead and comment below and I can do a full video explaining that. Or go ahead and shoot me an email and we can set up a private conversation to do that. Moving on. Okay, so here are 4 ways to be the perfect parent. Yes, you heard me correct, and no, you do not have to be an expert. So these are 4 steps on how to be the perfect parent. So many times I hear this, Shauna, what is it that I do? I can't seem to get it right. I feel like I'm learning all the theories, I'm doing all the things, but I just never seem to be able to get it right. And I know this show is called No Perfect Parents, so hear me out before you come from my throat. These are just overall general things that I always tell parents. If you learn nothing from the workshops, if you can't remember in the heat of the moment, am I doing this right? If you follow these 4 things, 4 philosophies, I guarantee you will be the perfect parent. And here I go with number 1. Model. This, to me, this is the most important part, even though I feel like this is the one that you guys love to tussle about the most. Model. Be the person you want your teens to be. Are you the type of person that you would want your child to look up to? And again, here goes that mirror. Sometimes we may not be the person that we want our child to be, and that is a problem. Because if we are not their first role models, if we are not the people that they can look up to, what we are doing is opening that door for it to be filled with whomever. And we can pray that it is somebody positive, but we see society and we see the direction that the world is going in right now, and it can very much be something that we are not in agreement to, and something that does not align with our values. So please model, be the person that you want your teen to become. Number two, and this is a big one, again, that people like to tussle on, make mistakes. My child should never see me make a mistake. My child needs to see me be perfect. They should know that I have no emotions. I'm strong, I'm powerful. And this is especially for moms, and I say moms in the brown community, black community. Hey, I'm black. I can just call it out. Like, we need to be the epitome of strength. They should never see us upset, sad, any other emotion besides carrying strength, and that is completely false. Okay, make mistakes. They need to see that you are human. They need to say that you have flaws, and in doing that, they also get to see how you handle yourself when you are making those mistakes and while you're regrouping and getting yourself together. Now, I know these arguments tend to go real left, where they're like, well, I don't want my child to see me struggling. And I didn't say struggle. Okay, I said make mistakes. So for example, as much as I'm a parenting coach, I make mistakes all the time. And you know what I do? I say, guys, my bad. I am making a mistake, and this is how I'm going to correct it. And they see me go into number three, be accountable. Okay, so it's not that you're just messing up and just living carelessly and wild on the edge, right? But number three, you're also being accountable. All right, you're acknowledging your part in conflicts. And between teens, or with parents of teens, to me, this is the most powerful tool that you can stick in your pocket. Do you hear me? The most powerful tool. Because many times kids put us on a pedestal to where, or we put ourselves on a pedestal sometimes. And by the time kids are teenagers, they know who you are, and they can pretty much call you out on your BS. Okay, so and you know, we talk about honoring our mother and father, but that verse also continues to say that parents do not provoke your children to anger. Okay, so many times I've seen where we poke at them, and we're doing it out of frustration. We're doing it because we're hurt. We want them to feel what we're feeling. So sometimes these punishments are overdone because we just want them to feel the wrath of our pain. And that's not right. Okay? So it is okay to be accountable without the fear of punishment. And again, when it comes to connection and relationship buildings, that is going to be literally the foundation of your relationship with your teenagers. And the last one, which is, I feel like, the nice, pretty bow on top, or the cherry on the ice cream, is self-control. We talk about these kids cannot control themselves, but we have these angry, ugly, and I say we because, again, I don't believe in singling myself out. Remember, I did not always start with positive discipline. I am here now, and I want you to know I understand what it's like to be in your shoes. I understand what it's like to not have any other tools in my toolbox. But then again, it goes back to being accountable, making my mistakes, and then also having self-control. So that fourth one, self-control, learn how to control yourself. We want our kids, we put them on these high pedestals with these high expectations that we don't even hold for ourselves. We tell our kids we need them to be consistent, but we cannot be consistent. We tell our kids they need to be on time for school, but we're rolling up late to our jobs. We tell our kids they need to not cuss and swear and do all these things, but we're on our phones kikiing, beeping every other word out of our mouth is a cuss word. And it's not about, oh, I'm grown and I'm an adult and I do what I want to do. It's going back to number one and being the person that you want your teen to be. They're looking up to you, and they're not seeing such a great image You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, that is a wrap for today's show. I am so glad. You notice the new background. I am in the library, honey. Shout out to my local library. I love this little setup. Sometimes it's not always possible for me to come shoot here, but I'm glad I did today because this background is looking real crisp. But I am going to share a few clips from my weekend. Listen, again, I am not a blogger, so forgive me in advance. I am a live in the moment kind of girly. So as much as I thought I had some videos, I think I may have some on my phone, but it's mostly just clips and little cute videos. Lots of wine, lots of good eats. Again, if you are in Georgia, visit Chateau Elan. You will, very fairly priced and a nice little day outing. So again, mamas, please stay strong. Parents, please stay strong. Remember, there's always a belief behind your teens' bratty behavior. Love you guys and see you next week.